my channel. I'm Athena. This is my channel, Stitching Goddess Designs. This is a channel about cross stitch and Harry Potter. Take two. Happy February 1st, everybody. This is gonna be mainly a January recap. I mean, obviously a recap of the last week as well. But yeah, so welcome. Welcome to everybody who is just finding me. I hope you like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things. And for everybody returning, thank you. Thank you very much. It's been a week, y'all. And it's Thursday, but we're officially in that that window. There's about a 2-week window. It seemed to have started earlier this time around, where I notice I am really noticing a marketable, I'm really noting a difference coming into my infusion. Like my infusion, what do my nurses call it? My infusion nurses call it go juice. My go juice is wearing off. I think my go juice is like gone actually. It started Sunday night, I think, or Sunday afternoon, and it just went through. I mean, I'm still not brains forming words. I can't. The energy was a little bit higher yesterday, a little bit higher today as well. It is freaking gray and cloudy again, but we've had some really nice, sunny, warm days, like perfect weather, and I wish that I had had these spoons to be able to get outside and walk in that weather. I did not, unfortunately, but yeah, I thought on Monday I was low spoon, and I probably was low spoons. Tuesday I was negative spoons. Like, I haven't experienced that low of a low in a long time. I could not, like, the act of just, I talk with my hands, the act of just lifting my arm from my elbow to my hand up was like, no, that weighs entirely too much. And it's just like, I couldn't hold my head up. My head wanted to just fall back. I did get up and like came and sat in this chair, but I was literally just like, I can't do anything. It was a bump on a log. On Tuesday, it was really bad. Like, if my house had caught fire, I probably would have just perished in the fire because I could not be bothered to. It's not even that I couldn't be bothered to, it's that I physically could not move on Tuesday. It was rough. And like I said, I bounced back a little bit yesterday and a little bit more today, but here we are. I just dove right into life updates. I didn't save it for the end. So all of that is to explain why I'm a day late. But I mean, it's hard. Okay, we're just going with life updates right here at the beginning. This is a channel about cross stitch. I promise you, cross stitch is coming, but it's hard dealing with, I just lost 3 days. I did nothing for 3 days. I've got shirt orders that need to go out. I had a lot of stitching that I wanted to get done. I did get some stitching done yesterday. I was actually able to stitch yesterday, but like Monday and Tuesday, I think Tuesday I only did 2 stitches. Or was that Monday? There was a day where I only did 2 stitches. Again, so just to keep my stitch streak alive, but and then tomorrow Friday and Saturday, I have the Pinners Convention. If y'all have been following me for a while, I went to this last year as well. I bought my tickets, like tickets went on sale back, gosh, I don't even know how long ago, like probably October, November. So I bought my tickets a long time ago and have classes that I've already paid for and everything to attend. So it's I think the tickets are like 20 some ish bucks maybe. Which if I was like where I'm at right now, this low energy, and it was like 20 bucks, I would be like, I don't think losing out on the 20 bucks and not going is probably where my brain is at right now. However, the classes, yeah, no, those a chunk of money, so I need to go. So I'm supposed to be there at 9:30 tomorrow morning, between 9:30 and 10. They open at 10, so I haven't been able to get out of bed before like 11 this week. So I don't know how that's going to go over. I did force myself out of bed at 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday, and my body, that was my lowest day. And I think forcing myself out of the bed was not the right thing to do. My body revolted. Like, burn it to the ground. We're not moving for the rest of the day. But I'm worried on how this is going to go Friday into Saturday. Not to mention, I've lost 3 days, so I have a crap ton of shirts to get out the door. All of the Valentine's Day shirts, I want to get them. I wanted to have them, like, made and gone by Monday, and that's not going to happen. Tuesday, hopefully, I'm hoping for Tuesday. Y'all will have them in time for Valentine's Day, I promise. I don't know, did I have any international? I don't know if I had any international. I just should look at that. If I have an international, I need to get that out, like, today. I will be getting orders out today as well. So, apologies to everybody who has placed an order. Please bear with me. I mean, I don't plan on these things happening, and I need to start planning on these things happening. I need to start looking at the calendar and saying, okay, the week before infusion, trash. About the week, I would say 4, 5, 6 days after infusion, still trash. Like, I'm in the period of the infusion wearing off. You get the infusion, and then it takes a while for it to build back up, and then you're good again. So you lose 2 weeks. I cannot. My word of the year is acceptance. And I need to start accepting that that's the way it is, and start planning accordingly so that I'm not pressed with a bunch of things during those 2 weeks. I need to start looking at the calendar and really paying attention to those dates. That's something I need to start doing this year. For anybody who's like brand new, I was like, what is that? Oh, what was that? I'm just a year into my diagnosis of MS. So it's still a whole lot of figuring things out and finding my new norms. Accepting my new norms, because my word of the year is acceptance, and accepting that that's the way it is, and you work with what you've got. So, okay, let's talk some cross stitch. I keep looking down here at my planner and all the things that I want to talk to you about. I've got a ton of cross stitching to show you again. I've got all of my January recap stats, all the things I'm excited for. So let's dive in. Last Wednesday was when I recorded a Flosstube. I don't know if I had already worked on Harry or not, but I did get the last, I think that's when I finished off the last 245 stitches that I needed to get done on Harry 1. And this was for I am participating in Fandom Stitching, which is a group, Fandom Stitching Central on Facebook. It is a stitching challenge group, and they offer like themed challenges, and this year's theme is Disney. There's movies, there's books, there's all the things to do. One of the challenges, one of the monthly challenges was to stitch 1,955 because of the year 1955 on something with a train. Ta-da! Train. These needle minders are going to mess me up. I should have just pulled them off. They're too heavy. So this is where I am at overall. And oh yes, because I did show it to you last week. Good Lord, these needle minders are messing me up. When I showed it to you last week, I had it stitched up to that window right there. And I thought that that was the whole car. And then I go to start stitching and I was like, oh no, there's a whole rest of the car. And then I went ahead and started in on the second car. So I've got now, well, there's a top to the car as well because there's some gray stitching up here. But I do have like the base of that first car in. There's back stitching involved. There's, like I said, there's some gray stitching up top. I got to finish off the wheels on the bottom. There's a whole lot, and this train goes like probably out to here. This is a pattern by Good Morning Maui. Should just show you the pattern. I can hear Nancy in my head. Pattern first. So yeah, it goes all the way out. So there'll be 4 of those cars. But Good Morning Maui. It's called Harry 1 because it's Harry Potter Year 1. And I want to say this is like PTP Whimsy. Is this fabric? It's 16 count. So, and there it is. It's more cooler color. It matches my shirt. So yes, I got the last 245 stitches in to get that 1,955 stitch challenge complete. So that was 20 points, and I am happy I got that done. Once I get all this stitching done, we're going to really reflect on how my January went with all these new challenges. But what I stitched on next was the January, my monthly ones. And so I've got 2 monthly series that I'm doing this year. Last year I did the Raise the Roof series. This year I am doing a Lizzie Kate, a bit. So they're flip it bits. Yeah, they're flip it bits. There are a lot of flip it bits out there. Okay. Multiple different, even monthly series within the Flip It Bits by Lizzie Kate. So this one is a bit of January, a bit of February, a bit of March, like, and so on. Other Flip It Bits series have there's different titles to them. So I'm just saying, there was confusion on my part, which is because I was just looking for the Flip It Bits, and that's not the case. There are multiple series. Oh, anyways, January, I'm working on this one. This one, these are whips. I had already started the May. I think I don't know if I have May done or not, but these are already in my whips. This wasn't a new start. So here is January. And I chose my own colors. I did kind of stay with the theme. So she's got like a blue for the J, some reds for the scarf, and more of a pinky color. But then these snowflakes were like a dark burgundy red, and I don't like that for the snowflakes. And then it's got these little blue buttons. I bought this in a like a yard sale type situation, garage sale at my local needlework store. So the buttons were not in there, but I don't think it necessarily needs the buttons. So I switched my snowflakes to a light blue. This J is a dark blue. I did a solid, well, it's a variegated, but a red there. When I pulled the palette, I was like, this is very Americana, but it looks good. It looks good for winter. So there's that one. I count this as a finish. This wasn't a new start because it was already on my whip list, but this is a finish. You know why? Because there's no cross stitch police in my rules. So I will say as well, I because of a prompt, stitch on something with apples. I had nothing in my current list of things to work on that had apples. So I pulled the September of this same series. Very clearly it has an apple. And I put in 300 stitches on that. So there we go. And fun fact, using the same palette so far. I mean, I just pulled the colors that were sitting next to me and was like, oh yeah, that blue works. Yeah, that red works. Yep. So there you go. I want to see if I finished, wondering if I finished May. I know if I see it, yeah, I did. I totally did. So May is already done somewhere in this house. Somewhere. Okay. Put all of this away. Put all of it away. And then I started in on the other January one, which is a Heart and Hand series, and it's called Monthly Mania. And then January, again, I got this at that same little garage sale thing. Y'all, there's a lot more stitching. I mean, now I'm looking at him, that's a lot of stitching, but it didn't seem like it was going to be that bad before I started. And I feel like these are all kind of heavy on the stitching. And this is Tracy that talked me into this. Thanks, Tracy. Appreciate you. But like, there's February. That's a little bit better because that heart isn't too bad. But, yeah, he's about as bad as the snowman. Yeah, they're all, oh, good Lord. They're all pretty heavy. So I need to allot for more time to get these done. But so he was over 1,300 stitches by the time I got him done. So, but there he is. And I used the same palette as the other January. So they matchy. I don't know if that's going to be able to happen every month, but I'm going to try. But yeah, over 1,300 stitches. That was a lot of white stitching. The designer wanted his nose to be satin stitches. And I was like, by the time I stitched his nose last, and by the time I got there, I was like, I ain't got time for that. I'm not satin stitching those. Nope. Let's see. Let's just see while we're sitting here. I've got February, and I've got, oh, that's May. Where did February go? There it is. Yeah, I might be able to pull the same color palette together for these. Add some of these pinks here, add some of these purples here, and yeah, I might be able to pull that off. Yep. Okay. So, I do not know what fabric this is on. I know this is just, it was just a remnant piece that I had sitting out, and I was like, oh, that'll work. So that's what I went with. Okay. Let's see what else. I have in my notes here that last Friday was my 3-year Flosstube anniversary, and I was supposed to have, and I even told you last week, I was supposed to have recorded a Flosstube anniversary special. That didn't happen. I am going to today. I'm going to finish recording this. I'm going to push stop and push record again, and I'm going to record a Flosstube special anniversary edition, whatever, and there will be some giveaways and some fun Flosstube stats type stuffs in there to celebrate 3 years. So, after you're done with this episode or whatever, go watch that one. Okay, then, half the fun. Where are you, half the fun? Here you are. I don't know why I left this in a Q-snap, but I did. I was in a panic stitching mode Saturday into Sunday this last week because I hadn't done any of the weekly stitching. I had been focusing on the mini bottle and those January ones like all week, and so I didn't have my weekly challenges done, which is 300 self-imposed. It could be 1, 2, or 300. I chose 300 per challenge. There's 6 challenges, so I was like, huh? Okay, so I worked on half the fun. I think it was a prompt about transportation or something like that. And here's where I'm at. I worked more in like getting this train done. Had to frog some of it. I stitched this whole balloon in this boat. Yeah, so it was all like right in here is where I stitched. 300 stitches in on that. 300, I think. Yeah, 362 to be exact. And for some reason I left it I think I was just in a panic mode and left it there. That floss is by Dying to Stitch. I don't have it written down on here. I think it's Dying to Stitch. It's my brain. Like, I should know this because it's the same lady that made my floss for Death by Cross Stitch. And it's fun. I got a hank of it, so it's a pretty green into a blue. So Kathy Davidson, Dying to Stitch. I think so. Okay. And then I worked on Rosetta in my amazing rose bag. I've got Rosetta. Rosetta is also ink circles. There it is. She's a big one. And I got 300 stitches in on her. I'm using Ymir Almond M&Ms. Silk on this one. I have a hank of this color. And I got in like this all of like here border type stuff for my 300 stitches. So that's where it's at. This is just on an 18 count off-white cream colored Ada. And then I did 319 stitches there. And then on Sunday I did exactly 300, exactly 300, exactly 500 on these next 3 whips. Like seriously, I was counting as I'm stitching and I hit 300 and I was like, done. Next. So we did 300 on Halloween at Hawkern, no, 500 on Halloween at Hawkern Hollow, because that was it was for a weekly challenge, but it was also WIPGO. It was also my WIPGO call, my second one. So I got both WIPGOs done. Yay! But this is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. She's another ginormous whip. And I got 500 stitches in. I just have these 2 squares that I'm working on. So, let me fold this so I can show it to you. Good Lord. She's big. Okay. All of that tombstone. That was my 500. I mean, I even left some of them as half stitches. I didn't even close it all the way because I counted those half stitches as, you know, and yeah, I hit 300 and I was like, oh, that's it, I'm done. So that's where that's at. That RIP shows up so good on camera, and it does not show up that good on person. Like, I guess from a distance you just don't really see it, and when you get closer maybe you see it, but I was double, triple, quadruple checking, like, are we sure this is the color? And then I pulled out the picture and I was like, oh yeah, it's the color. It's supposed to be a subtle, like, engraving in the stone, so oh, the other 300 was in that September that I showed you. And then another 300 on Death, because it was supposed to be on your largest whip. I know why I left this one in a Q-snap, because today is the 1st, and maybe I'm going to work on this, but I don't know. I would like to because it's the 1st, but my weekly challenges don't really call for Death anywhere. So I got, what did I stitch? I think I stitched all of this, and then I started coming into here. Yes, correct. Yep, I stitched all of this little back and forth, and then there's like some back stitching in there. Yeah, that was exactly 300, and I hit that, and I was like, boop, done. Put it away. That is Death by Cross Stitch. That is a Long Dog samplers design. And she's another ginormous one, because that little triangle I showed you was that right there. Wasn't it? Yeah, it looks weird on that picture, but yeah, it was that. So I will probably die before I get her done. Hence, Death by Cross Stitch. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully I will actually get her done. Then I worked on January, and yes, okay, so then I got some last night. As of last night, there was still 4 whips that I had not touched in my goal of like the whips that I would like to touch every single month for this year. There were still 4 of them that had not been touched. I had them slated for monthly challenges, and we'll talk more about that later, but it didn't happen. So I got them out. I got 2 of them out. So I ended January not touching 2 of the 13 that I would like to be able to touch every single month. So Athena got worked on last night. This is a pattern by Mirabilia. I don't have the overall picture to show you. I need to get that back. But Melina graciously charted her in, like, she took the pattern and stitch by stitch she put it into a PDF so that I could use Pattern Keeper to stitch her, because without Pattern Keeper, like, stitching these Mirabilias, this is probably the only Mirabilia I'm ever going to stitch. So this is insane. But my 300 stitches was in her dress more. So that's what I got in. Which is another huge BAP that's going to take forever to be done, because that's all I like to work on are huge pieces. And the last one that I touched last night was Spooky Hollow. So it's still in my Q-snap in my stand. I'm like looking in the bag like, where is it? Let me show you the pattern that I'm working on. Here's the pattern. I am stitching this entire village. There are 12 buildings in total. I'm stitching it all together in one piece. So I'm currently working on Dracula's coffins, coffin store. And let me pull it out of the flowery stand here, and I can show you. This is where I'm at. So I got this gray line stitched in. I filled in more of this. This whole thing has to be filled in white. And when I started off with this gray and I still had some left, so I finished off the rest of that on my needle down here with some bricks, and there's a little tombstone that's there. And then I came up here and I started filling in this. That fit a weekly prompt for this week. This also, like, this just got worked on last night in January, okay? I think I'm going to, that's why it's still sitting here. I'm going to put another 300 in on this for February for another weekly prompt, because you can use the same whip. Like, you can use the same whip for all 6 of them if you can make it fit. So, one of the weekly prompts is, what did I already use it for? I used it for, oh, something with a shoe. There's people all over this piece, and they have shoes on. And then the other one was going to be for, I think, something with a book, maybe, because there's a library. There's going to be a library in here as one of the buildings. So there you go. So I think I'm going to put, and that will have satisfied touching it in January and touching it in February, because today's February. So I'm going to just set this right here, and hopefully I can do some stitching on that later on this evening after shirts and all the things. Oh goodness, that was a long time ago. Where are you? Put all the pieces back in the bags, otherwise it's pure chaos over here. Okay, that's all the stitching I got done. That's hopefully enough for y'all. That was a lot. Okay, I'm looking at my planner here, and I have, for anybody new, I put that sticker on there. The herbology planner for, it's from Conquest Journals. And at the, you kind of have this, no, I guess it is different. So at the beginning of the month, this is kind of like a layout page that you have. You can have 3 different little squares here. You have an empty box. You've got some lines. Okay. And then at the end of the month, you've got another empty box up here. You've got some bullets here and some lines here. So, I mean, I filled it full of stickers, but I also did a whole little January recap at the end of the month. So let's dive in. For fandom recap, I got 3 of the 10 monthly goals done. And that was for 33 points of the 81 available, 3,255 stitches is what was done to meet those goals. I don't think that I can do, I can't do all of the monthly goals. However, that was a lot. There was a lot of stitching that they were calling for this month in the monthly goals. There was a 1500, a 1955, a 600, 700, 900, 500, a 400, a 300, a 200, and 100. No, I'm sorry, a 1000. That's not a 100. That's a 1000 at the bottom. So I did the 1000, I did a 300, and I did the 1955. Those were the 3 I did. At the beginning of the month, I saw the monthly goals, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to work on this for this goal, this for this goal, this for this goal. So I slated some of my, I'm going to touch it every month, whips into those monthly goals. Does that make sense? And because I didn't get all those monthly goals done, I didn't get to touch those whips. Because when the weeklies were coming up, I'm like, don't use, even there were multiple times I could have used Spooky Hollow in a weekly prompt. I wasn't going to though, because I had it slated for the 1500 monthly goal. So I kept leaving it off of my weekly goals because I'm like, oh, I'm still going to do that 1500 goal. That 1500 goal never happened. There were a couple of days throughout the month where I hit like slumps and I didn't get any stitching done. So, and then that 1955 goal took up a lot of my stitching time. That 1300 January took up a lot of my stitching time. There were just different things I didn't think it would take as much time as they did. So after having gone through the month and like lived in the plan that I had made, shocker, it wasn't realistic. Who else knew it wasn't going to be realistic here? So I need to just either do the monthlies or the weeklies. Now, last night I was looking at all of the new monthly stuff that's been uploaded for Fandom Stitching, and the monthly challenges this time is a 2-month-long event. So you have all of February and all of March to get these monthly challenges done. So that gives me more time to maybe try to squeeze them in and stitch them. But my priorities are going to be the weeklies. If at the end of the week I have time to do a monthly, okay. If I'm going to stitch on these, I have to get the February ones done. I have to get the mini bottle done. There are certain things that have to be done per my rules in that month, like Whip Go and stuff like that, right? If those things are getting worked on solely for the purpose of getting them done and they don't fit a weekly, hopefully I can get them in as a monthly and I can still, you see what I'm saying? Either, if not, then it's just stitching for stitching and not for challenge stitching. So 3 of the 10 monthly challenges I got done. There are technically 5 January weeks because we started this 5th week in January, so it's counting as a January week. I have all intentions of getting all 6 challenges done again. So I will have completed all 30 of 30 weekly challenges for January. 300 stitches each, which means, 300 times 30. Math. I didn't write that down. Hold on. 300 stitches times 30 prompts. That's 9,000 stitches for just those prompts. Now, there's a lot of times where I go over. So, more than 9,000 stitches for just the weekly prompts. There were 15 movies that were supposed to be watched for within the month, starting with Snow White and going through. If you kind of just like look up full length animated feature films for Disney, that's kind of where we're going. But like when we got to Bambi or Dumbo or Cinderella, like it makes sense to just go ahead and watch the sequels. Even though clearly the sequels were made way later. So I watched 12 of 15 movies. I did not get to Cinderella 1, 2, and 3. I still have every intention of watching Cinderella 1, 2, and 3. I'm just not going to get the points for it now. And you get 2 points for watching the movie. You get 4 points if you're watching the movie while stitching. I did all 12 of those while stitching. So 48 points for that. And then if you get a finish within the month, you just post your finish, you get 50 points for finish. It does not matter how big or small the finish is. The bottle counted. Heck, one of those Januaries would have counted. But I submitted the bottle as my finish. So I got the 50 points there. Okay. More stats. Hold please. Here we go. I got both Whip Go goals complete. I got both of the January stitches complete. I got the mini bottle complete. The Simple Gifts Halloween, the January portion, I completed like way back at the beginning of the month. For anybody that does not know, Simple Gifts Halloween, I have divided into 12 parts. I have a stitch along going with that. I have a group where we're sharing our progress and our stitching and stuff like that. And hopefully we can get some chats going throughout the year while we're working on them. It didn't happen in January, but hopefully we can going forward. It is hashtag 12 gifts of Halloween. Hashtag 12 gifts of Halloween. I'm surprised I pulled that on my brain. So I finished that portion. I have a goal for my 2019 focus this year to focus on all of my 2019 whips. There's 10 of them. I would like to get 2,400 stitches, 2024, stitches in on each of those 10 whips this year. In order to do that, I need to get at least 2,000 stitches a month. I can spread those 2,000 stitches out throughout all the whips, focus it on one whip, whatever I want to do. I did get those 2,000 stitches complete in January. I touched 11 of the 13 monthly whips. New starts this month was the mini bottle series. Now I'm going to continue starting bottles all year long, but the new start only counts now because I just started the series. Therefore, the series has been added to my whip list. New start. So the mini bottle series was started. The Simple Gifts Halloween was started. And my Stitcher's Heart was started as well. Finishes, because my rules. Once I start a series, the series is on my whip list. But if I finish parts of the series, I count them as finishes, because why not? So finishes this month, the mini bottle, the January Lizzie Kate, and the January Heart and Hand. Now, when I finish the series, it'll be a series finish, which is off of my whip list and even more amazing, but they still count as finishes. Ooh. I did I did add this up. Where did I add it up? I thought oh, right here at the top. I need to write this onto there. I didn't write this down. I stitched all 31 days. My highest stitch day was January 1st at 1,105 stitches. My lowest stitch day was January 16th and January 29th because they tied with 2 stitches each. Total stitches for the month, 15,123 stitches. That averages out to about 487 stitches a day. Now, clearly I had some 2 days and I had some 1,100 days, so, but averages out to about 487 a day. I'm pleased with that. I am pleased with that. I am thrilled with the fact that I stitched all 31 days. Even though some of those were 2 days, I am super, super happy that I stuck with it, stitched every single day for 31 days. There have definitely been times in my stitchy past where I will go days into weeks without making a single stitch. I'm hoping that through challenge stitching and all the things that I have going on this month, that's not going to happen, and I can stay stitching every single day. That's the hope. So yeah, I think I have recapped all of the things for you. I didn't actually count up exactly how many whips of the 70 something whips that I have that I touched. I didn't count that up, but yeah. 3 new starts, 3 finishes, stitched every single day. I'm super excited about it. February plans. Let's go into February plans just a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to make the fandom stitching the weeklies my priority. If there's time for monthlies and they happen, they happen. I have 4 starts slated for February. On February 10th is going to be my first. On February 10th is the Chinese New Year. And it will be the year of the dragon. So I already planned on starting Dragons of Sumatra. What better time to start it than Chinese New Year? So I will be starting Dragons of Sumatra on February 10th. On February 13th is Mardi Gras, and I will be starting Morticia's second line, which is very much a funeral march type thing that I mean, a lot of people in the South do it, but it's, I think, mostly associated with New Orleans when, you know, you're doing your there's a celebration, there's a party, there's a band, there's a parade when you're marching along to your funeral. So, or, you know, headed to the graveyard or whatever. I did actually see one when in one of my times visiting New Orleans. It was really amazing to see, and fun. It's a celebration. You know, it's a celebration of the life that you lived, not sad that you're gone. So anyways, Morticia's second line, I'll be starting that on Mardi Gras, which is February 13th. February 14th is my birthday. It is officially my birthday month. Happy February. Accepting gifts all month long. Thank you very much. No. But on February 14th is my birthday, Valentine's Day. I am a love baby. I am also a Slytherin. Hence, love baby snake Sal. If you have anything Valentine's Day, anything with snakes, anything with Slytherin, Even so far as Harry Potter, bam, love baby snake Sal. Hashtag love baby snake Sal. Please share all of your progress stitching. Use the hashtag. Excited to see what everybody's working on. I did in my stories yesterday, day before. Maybe I'll share it again too. A super cute little snake freebie that was sent to me. And the snake is in a little heart. It's so cute. And it would be super cute for a Love Baby Snake Sal. I did download it for myself too, so. But that's not what I'm starting for my birthday. What I'm starting for my birthday is actually the Tiny Town, what is it? I think it's called Big Hearted Tiny Town. It's the love one. It's the Valentine's Day one. That's what I will be starting for my birthday. And then on February 29th is Leap Day. And I'm learning of this as of recently that on Leap Day, which the last Leap Day was in 2020, if you start a project on Leap Day, the goal is to have it finished by next Leap Day. Mine will not be guaranteed because I already know what I'm starting for Leap Day, and it's not going to be finished by next Leap Day. But also, I need to look up the hashtag long dog leap day Sal, something of the sort. Leap. I think it might just be hashtag long dog leap day Sal. That's a tongue twister. Start a long dog on Leap Day, finish it next Leap Day. That's not gonna happen. I'm starting the new normal by Long Dog, and I am doing it in amazing Slytherin colors that is going to be dyed by my amazing friend Ymir, Almond M&Ms. I will be actually with her on Leap Day. I will be traveling from Florida to Nashville for market and on Leap Day. So I'll see her on Leap Day and I'll be able to start. I don't know if she's going to do a long dog, but I'll be able to start with her floss. It's going to be amazing. Those are the 4 starts I have planned for February. If you're joining in on any of those Sals, I don't know that an official Sal has been created for the dragon, the Chinese New Year. There should be. If somebody hasn't started one, there should be one. And then I'm trying to think what else is happening in February. My Whip Go calls for February are the Collectors by Autumn Lane Stitchery and Rosetta. And Rosetta is one of my Touch Every Month whips, so that's perfect. And then what else is happening in February? Beach Please is happening in February. That's why I will be traveling to Florida. I will be traveling to Orlando on February 21st. Okay. Beach Please does not start until the 22nd. We're flying into Orlando. We're doing half a day-ish at Universal. Get my Butterbear fix, get my ice cream fix, get my Happy Place fix, and then stay the night in Orlando, drive about 2-ish hours to Clearwater Beach, Tampa Bay area, and do the retreat the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Wake up the morning of the 25th, check out from over there, drive back to Orlando, and do Universal 25th, which is Sunday, 26th, 27th. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, do 3 days of Orlando, Universal there. I will be renting a scooter for those 3 days, because between traveling to, doing a day in Universal, doing the retreat, going back, doing 3 days at Universal, and then on the 29th, flying to Nashville, and I'm doing Market. Renting a scooter for those 3 days because I don't want to die. Renting a scooter for those 3 days, doing Universal for 3 days. On the 28th, I'm traveling with Janelle and from Coffee, Wine, and Stitching Time, and Lynn from Lynn X Stitches Creates. I think it was on Monday is when Janelle's going home. On Wednesday, early morning, is when Lynn is flying home. I'm going to take Wednesday all day and just be in the hotel. Relax, take it as my veg day, and oh heck, that's a Wednesday. I'll film a Flosstube from there too. So all of that on Wednesday, and then just relax day. Thursday morning, get up bright and early and fly to Nashville. And I'm working for Ymir for Market. I will be in her room, Almond M&Ms, and helping her to set up her room, her display, helping her. I'm sure she'll be working directly with vendors as they're coming in. This Nashville Needlework Market is not something that is open to the public. It is open to vendors. So it is for wholesalers and makers. Like the makers go in are selling and the wholesalers are coming in and buying. So like your local needlework store, your online needlework store, if you're going to start seeing market releases coming out. You're going to need to place orders with your stores to get those things. So I'll be working in her store. She'll be, shaking hands and kissing babies, and I will be like probably the intakes of the monies and handing the orders to people and stuff like that. And I'll be doing that. Set up on Thursday, stores open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm flying home Monday, and I'll probably be dead. I'm hoping not, though. I'm hoping not. I'm getting my infusion next week, so hopefully my infusion will be, it's every 6 weeks. I don't know, I need to look at a calendar. Those are my February plans, y'all. I've been gabbing for an hour, and we still have not done Would You Rathers, and we haven't done Floss of the Month, y'all. And I have like haul type stuff I wanted to show you, and I left it upstairs, so I'm gonna have to go get that. Because I already got a birthday present. And it wasn't even February yet, y'all. Let's do Floss of the Month right now. So we've got Floss of the Month for February. This should have been announced yesterday. Again, my apologies. However, every month, sorry, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to get my words. Every month I curate a color palette inspired by something Harry Potter themed. And these are colors that are already available in Classic Colorworks or Gentle Arts. I just am hand picking the colors that I think go with this theme. And then Stacy, the amazing Stacy at Thread the Needle Stitchery, is compiling that and making it into the cutest little package for y'all. As this goes live, as this Flosstube goes live, she's sending out invoices for anybody who is signed up in the subscription. You get an automatic invoice every month, and you get 10% off, and you get your floss every month. If you're not already subscribed, you just go to Thread the Needle Stitchery, which is linked down below. Add it, it's in the store, add it to your cart, add a couple of patterns to It Can't Travel Alone. Use my code Goddess10 for 10% off, and there you go. So without further ado, the colorway for the month of February is amazing. It is Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Shop. Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Shop in February of 2024, and bam, it is all the pinks. All the pretty pinks. Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Shop is where Harry and Cho go for their Valentine's Day date situation. So the colors that we have in this pack are Classic Colorworks Dolce de Leche, Classic Colorworks Little Pink Peony, Classic Colorworks Rose Petal, Gentle Arts Cameo Pink, and Gentle Arts Vintage Lace. I love it. Vintage lace, the pretty, like, you know, the doilies, the pretty pink cups, the porcelain, like, there you go. Love, love, love it. If you would like to be entered to win your own set, I have, Stacy will be sending out one free set. She sends one to me, she sends one to you. If you would like to be entered in for a free set, even if you're already subscribed, even if you, like, if you're already a subscriber, you can still win. We'll work it out on, Stacey will refund you or whatever, if you've already paid your invoice. So, I'm trying to think of a word that, I don't want to ask everybody just to do Puttyfoots. Let's do tea. T-E-A. Say something about tea, mention the word tea, T-E-A, in your comment, and you'll be entered to win. I will draw a winner next week when I'm here, hopefully Wednesday. So yeah, that's February's Floss of the Month. That's a brand new colorway that has not been released before. I haven't shown that before. I'm super excited. Yay. So next month will be a repeating colorway that you've already seen, and that's kind of going to be the pattern going forward. Pulling one of the old ones that I've already shown, but it hasn't been for sale yet, and then doing a new one, and then an old one, a new one, and so on and so forth. Let's do Would You Rathers, because good Lord, I'm talking a lot. For someone who's supposedly really low energy right now, I'm gabbing up a storm. Last week's Would You Rather was vomit flavored Birdie Bot bean every day for a year, or get a howler every day for a year. And y'all, the comments, y'all were split. Y'all were pretty, I really thought it was going to go the way of the bean, of just like, swallow that bean and be done. There were quite a few of you that chose the howler, and I love hearing both sides of it. Jenny the Quilt Junkie said, I will pop that little bean like an Advil. I do not need that screaming in my life. Hail to the no. Yeah. I can't, my mental state can't take all the screaming. Critter Stitcher, I would take the howler. I take a pill now that I struggle to take and would not want to take 2 a day. I do know some people that struggle with taking pills, so that makes sense, but I don't know. Candy the 614 Stitcher, I want that positive screamer thing too, but since that's not a thing, vomit pill it is. I take lots of pills already, and one more won't be a big deal. Yeah, that's exactly my thought. Throw it in with all my vitamins and there you go. Britches get stitches. No, nope, 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 nope. On the vomit bean. Yuck, disgusting. I deal really well with confrontation, so I would just end up laughing at it. Kudos, because I don't think I could. Kathy Offman, howler, definitely. I see it coming. I'll grab my Mandrake muffs, slap them on, let it yell away. Brilliant. Brilliant, Kathy. I was like, you got this. I did not. I didn't even think of that. Devi, I could swallow it like a pill and handle that every day. Tracy Daly, I can handle the howler every day, but there's no way I can swallow a nasty flavor tasting item. I take lots of meds every day and they sometimes make me sick, which I can't do because I need the meds to stay down. So, yeah. Yeah, if once you start getting sick, like, yeah. Okay, Lori, the flying cross stitcher. I would take the howler. I'm originally from New Jersey and would probably curse them out back at them. Vomit bean would be so much worse. New Jersey in the house being like, oh, what you got? What you got? Bring it on. Liz Brandcat, if I can swallow it like a pill and not taste the bean, I wouldn't. So that's what she would do. I wouldn't be able to cope with the yelling daily. My therapist bills would increase dramatically. That's me. That's where I'm at. Like, my self-esteem can't handle it. Maxime says, vomit bean for sure. Hate loud noises. Helena JVG. Well, you bring up a good point about swallowing the bean like a pill. I don't know that I could handle that. Howler for life or year, whatever. Sue Gonzalez, I would swallow the vomit flavored bean. Cannot stand being yelled at. I could not chew the bean as I cry when I vomit, and I don't want to cry every day for a year. The apothecary stitcher, I will take on that howler just as long as I can start howling back. If that day's message warrants a response. Now, see, Christine, I want to see the howling back. Like, I don't even think you're capable of raising your voice. I know, Christine. It's like, do you scream? Do you really get angry? I don't know. Witch Stips, thank you for saying, like, her name is Pam. She's like, you just call me Pam. Hopefully I remember that. Witch Stitch, Pam. I don't know if I'll remember, but I'll try. I would rather have the howler. I have acquired the ability to ignore loud voices. So I don't think that would bother me half as much as eating nastiness. Redneck Bifocal Stitcher says, vomit bean. They're small enough you can swallow it just like a pill, like you said. And Amanda Stitches, howler every day, no question. No explanation. Yeah, I'm sticking with my bean. I don't have the self-esteem to handle being yelled at every day. So that was a would you rather Harry Potter. We're going into a would you rather cross stitch. Okay. Would you rather, I have a whole list, so I'm deciding which one to go with. Would you rather stitch without a light, and by a light, I mean, like, you know, an extra light. Like, you've still got daylight, you've got your overhead light, you've got whatever light that you have, but like a stitching light. Would you rather stitch without your stitching light or without a magnifier? I mean, you can still use your regular glasses. You can't use like readers, because I think those are just basically magnifiers on your eyes, and you can't use like your little magnifier thingies. So which one are you going with? I feel like I don't use a magnifier anyways, so I'm going without the magnifier. I'm trying to think, like, if I were to the point of needing the magnifier and the light. And there are some whips that I use the glasses on because linen, I can't see it. So if I'm stitching on linen, like right now, am I stitching on this without a light, or am I stitching on this without a magnifier? I think that I'm just going to go without the light because I can still use the magnifier and then just go sit by the, and I mean only stitch on it during the day, I guess. Yeah, I guess I would have to say light and then only stitch during daylight hours. That would stink. But if I'm having to pick one, because I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go with light. Okay. Let me know your thoughts. Comment to each other. Comment back and forth. Let me know. Go back and forth. Okay, here's an interesting little thing. I took this picture last night. This isn't a would you rather, but I'm curious to know, do you tarnish your needles? Do you go through needles often? Do you have a needle and you just live with that needle forever? I feel like some people are like some people bend their needles, so eventually the needle will like break and they don't use that needle anymore. Some people, like me, tarnish the needles. I don't know what it is. I have sweaty hands. My hands are sweaty all the time. So I'm thinking that's the reason. I do have the bad habit of sticking my needle in my mouth too, which when we were Googling it last night, that could be the problem. I have a needle minder everywhere. Put it on the needle minder. Stop putting it in my mouth. But I go through, okay, so this little hat guy here has got a ton of needles stuck in him because as I go through when the needle's done, I stick them in there and then I'll eventually throw them all away. I've been talking too much. But it's like 4, maybe 5 days of needle use before that needle's done and I can't use it anymore. So here's what I'm talking about. And hopefully, let's see, hopefully we can all see this. This is a tarnished, this is a brand new. And you can definitely see the difference there. So does this happen to anybody else? Here's a picture with the flash on. And this is the same, this is the tarnished, this is the new, like you could see the amount of reflection that, all these messages keep popping up. The amount of reflection on the new one, and it glides so much easier and all the things. Once it starts getting tarnished, it starts feeling weird in my fingers as I'm holding it, but it also starts like squeaking. You can't hear the squeak, but you can feel it as you're pulling it through the fabric, if that makes sense. It's not gliding through the fabric as it should. So, does anybody else do this? If you do this, I use Peacemakers. I haven't really tried other brands to see if other brands last longer. I need to do like let me try this brand. Let me pull this needle out. Let me time how long I can use this needle. Like I need to do like a whole experiment. But yeah, I've been using Peacemakers. I heard that they last longer for people that are tarnishing their needles. But again, like even with Peacemakers, I'm only getting like 4 or 5 days. So I would love to hear your thoughts on that. What was the other thing I was going to tell you? Okay, I ordered myself a birthday present. Did I show you guys this already? I don't know if I did. I ordered myself a birthday card, and I got it from Love Pop, and it came with this, like, this was in like the background, but I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm folding this up and I'm gonna set it like a little thing as a backdrop. So Love Pop has pop-up type stuff. So here's the front of the card, and then you pop it up, open it up, and it's a little pop-up, and it says have a magical birthday, and yeah. And then right here you can like write your little note in there. And then I also got a bouquet. So comes like this, and this is where it was, like it was stuck in here like this, right? And see, here's the company, so Love Pop, and then you pull it out and you pop it open and you just kind of stick the bottom in, and you've got a bouquet. You've got a little slither on the front, got a sorting hat, castle. Feeling like I didn't show this to you guys already, but there was something else in here. Oh, here's the locket. You've got all the letters in there. The sorting hat's got sitting on some books. So, super cool. Super, super cool. I ordered that for myself. And when I got it, I told my husband, oh yeah, I ordered myself a birthday card. And he was like, oh, did you sign it from me? I was like, sure. Sure did. So I have those sitting there, my little Slytherin stuffs. And then I will be, I mean, it's going to be a blip for you, but I'll be right back because I'm going to go get my birthday present that I got. Okay. I got this super cute little happy birthday card from my super good friend Janelle. This, it's so cute. It's like little 3D and oh, I love it. And y'all, I got a jigsaw puzzle book. My son saw this and he was like, a puzzle? What? So it's got 9 puzzles. You just pop it out right here. They're already together, but you pop it out and put it together yourself. So there's 9 different scenes. Let me pop through all of them if I can. Dobby. Fake Mad Eye. From the first movie, because he's old still. Oh, Snape. I love it. And that's the last one. So there are all 9 of the puzzles right there. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm going to pop them out. I'm going to put them back together. Each of them are 96-piece puzzles. And so I had it like sat on my counter after I was like looking through it and everything. And then I just happened to glance down again and I saw this. And I was like, wait, I didn't see no bonus puzzle. What? What do you mean? And it's got with a secret message, a full Marauders map with a secret message. I was like, I don't see that. Read more information. And it's actually on the back. Let me see if I can pop one piece out. It's on the back of all the puzzles. So if you put the puzzles together upside down, and then I think that it says that you can, as a bonus, flip the pieces over, put them together to reveal 9 different puzzles, which each feature a segment of the mysterious Marauders map. After the segments are pieced together, place them side by side in the correct order, you will reveal the entire map. From the eerie Forbidden Forest to Dumbledore's office, there is so much to explore with the Marauders map as you complete the puzzles in this book. Proceed if you dare. So I'll have to pop these out, put them together, line them up, all the things. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I want to do that. Thank you so much, Janelle. And then I think that's it. I'm at 1.5 hours. That's probably a lot. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. Ozzy, I waved to Ozzy last week. Janet Jabber's adorable granddaughter. I waved to her last week. And then I got a little video clip of her like watching me wave to her. So that was super cute. I think Janet is going to upload that on her Flosstube. I don't know if I can, you can go check out Janet from Janet Jabber, and you'll see her checking out my video, and she's freaking adorable. I love her so much. So I will say hi to Ozzy, and I don't think I have anything else. So I am going to wish you all a very magical, stitchy week, and for now, mischief managed.